when they scan a flow code. Oh, thanks, Karen. We do not collect any personally identifiable information from the user when they scan a flow code. That information can really only be captured when the user logs in, opts in through CRM capture. And again, we'll talk about that. Patent protected, our circle is pretty iconic kind of shape there, but we also offer different shapes and different styles of codes there. Quality assurance is next. So that really just means that our team of in-house designers will quality assure the code on multiple devices to make sure that it scans beautifully. And then lastly, our sister product, Flowpage, which I'll get into in the next slide. That's a customizable post-scan experience, custom landing page available with all of our plans as well. And so let's dive in a little bit about Flowpage. So like I said, custom landing page here, there's a lot you can do with this page, as you can see on the slide. So very first kind of call out here, you see the agent example is really showing you an agent who is using this as a digital business card, but also as a way to promote their listings. And so the idea here is that you can have a flow code, and that flow code, rather than landing just on your website, can land on this curated landing page with your personal contact details, any active listings that you have. And at the very bottom, you can also capture contact information, name, email, phone number, which could be really useful to automate the check-in process, especially for open houses. I think that would be probably the most relevant example there. Also using it to promote your firm overall, any active listings, kind of similar format as the agent side. And then of course, tailoring a flow page specific to a listing, adding any walkthroughs, maybe you have Matterport videos or imagery, and dedicating a code linking to that page that's dedicated to the listing itself. So a lot of really, really neat use cases for real estate here. And like I said, this feature is available with all the plans, and everything on this page is trackable through real-time analytics. So you can even see how many clicks or session a specific listing is getting to kind of understand interest and engagement there. And then overall, this slide is really just to show you that we are an end-to-end platform powered by the data. So you can kind of see the synergy between Flowcode and Flowpage. Like I said, a Flowcode can scan to a Flowpage, but I don't know if I mentioned that a Flowpage can also live on its own. So it could be your link in bio, but really all of these experiences can be interconnected, tracked, of course, through the real-time data and analytics that we'll talk about later in the presentation. And without further ado, I'll pass it along to Melissa, who will walk you through some use cases for real estate. Oh, I think I'm mute.
My internet just went down. Sorry about that.
So you're good. You're good. We can take over just in case.
No, I think I'm good now. So it's different marketing material, allowing you to create experiences for your client and even potential clients, really at every touch point of the buying and selling journey. You can really utilize multiple channels to see when you're getting the most engagement, whether it be print, out of home, digital, and more, just to see really where your audience is interacting, some like you've never seen it before. So one of our use cases up in the top corner, we tested with Fall Raven to see the effectiveness of direct mail. Interestingly enough, they saw a 40% increase in response rates with a 7% lift of in-store traffic, and a 3% increase in scan rates with us compared to a competitor. How they did this is they used our API to automatically generate custom flow codes for each recipient to see where they were scanning and when they were scanning. And then over on the side, you can see the two real estate use cases. With Flowcode, you can create seamless experiences for your clients or buyers using our capabilities for things like open house check-ins, virtual listing tours. You can increase the listing to sold rate and really take the pain points out of showing, which will lead to higher buyer satisfaction. And lastly, just one note to call out, you can also add us into TV on screens, seamlessly connecting your audience to the media from the offline world to the online world, rather than putting up a phone number or even a URL that your potential buyers or sellers are really never going to put into their phone. And then for interactive marketing, you can really track marketing attribution. So printing is really thought as like old school marketing, but with Flowcode, you can understand what your return on investment is for print marketing like you've never seen it before. With our QR codes and landing page solutions, you're able to compare engagements across all of your offline advertising, and you can create unique codes for each campaign so you can see how people are interacting with each point, which is huge. You can really optimize marketing spend across offline to online. While any of our other customers can use Flowcode TV, so anyone can use Flowcode TV. If you have a pro or enterprise subscription, you can access the TV tool yourself. You can add code, you can drop in codes, video assets, scan education, and more. And then also our CRM integration is really big when it comes to real estate. You can have your QR code, Flowcode go to a flow page, and from there you can collect contact information from specific buyers or sellers, and then you're able to remarket them back with listings or just some information on the open houses and you as a seller. And so here there's a bunch of different use cases across the real estate vertical. One of the most used ways is the open house sign-in, seamlessly collecting contact information, like I said before. And then you can just download the information and put it to your CRM systems. We do sometimes have people talk about their experiences with using us. And one idea is someone had a flow code that the people that were going into the house could see. They scanned it, and each link had a different video that told them about the room that they were going into. So then the real estate agent could sit back and let them explore on their own, which was pretty cool use case. And it's just really about driving direct connections from you to your seller or buyer. And the last slide, as you can see, you can use flow codes anywhere. I really like the one in the bottom corner that they put on the window of the back of the car, just so that you can really find sellers, buyers, potential clients anywhere, even if you're at the grocery store. There's really nowhere you can't put a flow code.
Awesome. Thanks, Melissa. And we'll pass it over to Corinne, who will talk about additional features.
Thank you. So there are a lot of different features available with all of our plans. Smart Rules is one of them, which is included in our Pro and Pro Plus plans, and it allows you to automatically redirect scan destinations based on 3 different things, including device type, day of the week, and time of day. So one example I love to use of this is you can have a sign out in front of a house, and the code scans to your direct cell phone number when you're in the office and available. And then maybe on the weekends or later at night, it scans to an email so that you can connect with someone later on. So just things to think about as you're figuring out ways to curate the back end and how to best engage your audience. You know them best, but having the data behind it and really understanding when people are most interacting with it will help you understand how you can use these features as well. Next, there's bulk creation, which is another Pro and Pro Plus capability. It allows you to create up to hundreds or thousands of codes depending on your use cases. And we also have an API available with our ProFlex and Enterprise plans. But essentially, if you're thinking, why would I need multiple codes? As Melissa mentioned, the interactive marketing and marketing attribution is really a big reason why. So you can create unique codes for, let's say, you're doing a magazine advertisement and then a TV advertisement. You can see that maybe your magazines are getting more engagement. So in the future, you're going to put your budget there instead of TV. So really understanding how to optimize your marketing spend. And then other reasons why you might need multiple or just different use cases. So if you wanted to have different codes in different rooms so that you can scan and listen to a voiceover of all the different unique features in that room. So again, as Melissa pointed out, it's really that hands-off experience. If there are multiple buyers at one particular listing, you don't have to worry about holding their hand and making sure that they're hearing all of the great features of the house. They can really do the self-guided tours around. Next is CRM. So this is available with Flowpage. It's a widget right on there, and it's a contact collection widget. And as we've mentioned previously, it allows you to collect potential buyer information or even just current client information, people who are attending those in open houses, so that you can retarget them or make sure that you're nurturing them. And again, it integrates. We have integrations with Salesforce, Zapier, HubSpot, Klaviyo, and MailChimp. And if you use a CRM platform that's not listed here, you can always download that contact information and upload it back into your own CRM platform, or you can let us know what yours is and we can work with our product team to get it added. We're always looking for feedback, and you have us as contacts. So more than happy to listen to all of your insights and help you make the most of the product. And then just an overview of our products in general. So all codes, no matter the plan, have unlimited scans, which you might not find with other competitors. You don't have to worry about hitting, let's say, 1,000 scans and having to upgrade. You'll be able to see all these scans coming in real time, which we'll talk about in the data slide. Next are custom codes. So with our platform, we like to lead with design, as Georgette mentioned, and our platform allows you to add in your own hex colors with Pro, get your own custom code with Pro and Pro Plus by our in-house design team. So it really allows you to have the codes be an extension of your brand rather than just a generic black and white code on your marketing, interrupting any of the aesthetics of your brand. Next, Flowpage, which we can't stop raving about. It is just another great aspect of the platform that you have access to with all of our plans. And it's great. It's not another cost. So you don't have to go to a hosting site, create your own web page, deal with any HTML. All you have to do is drop in links and add in any images that you want. And then last but not least, human support. As you can see, there's a human behind every Flowcode, and we'll be following up with any best practices, tips and tricks, and other helpful resources that we think would benefit you throughout your Flowcode journey. And you always have access to someone, whether it's us or a member of our support team. And I see that Kevin raised his hand. Kevin, if you want to add in a question in the Q&A box, we'll be answering all of those at the end. So that's the best place to put those questions. Next, we have FlowTag, which is an additional product of ours that you can purchase right through our print store. So it acts as an alternative to a business card. We created these as a way for people to always have their contact information on them and be able to network on the go. 80% of business cards end up in landfills. So this was our solution to that, because you always have your phone on you. Someone can easily scan it, go to your Flow page and download your contact information instantly, so that you don't have to worry about someone forgetting or it getting lost. And we also have NFC capabilities with these. So you can scan it and you can also tap it. Again, just creating that seamless experience that we know people always are looking for, especially on the go if they're in a rush to get somewhere. But we know that business is constantly happening and that you are always connecting with other people. And then one of our biggest game changers here at Flowcode is our data and analytics. We offer real-time analytics. So again, as we've mentioned, you can see those scans and those interactions coming in at real time as they're happening. With our free plan, you can see scans by date, and it allows you to see the comparative analytics as well. So you can see how many people scanned in the last 30 days versus the last 60 days and see how that changes over time, so that you can see if it's improving or decreasing, so you can address your processes. And then with our Pro and Pro Plus plans, you have access to more advanced data, including your top performing codes. It gives you a breakdown of, again, that comparative analysis between periods that you're viewing the data, as well as an in-depth look at your sorry. It's just one of those days.
It's a Wednesday.
At your traffic. So it shows you device types that are scanning, time of the day and then day of the week. And this is great if you're looking to use that smart rules capabilities so that you can really see when people are most engaging and then use it. If you're ever interested in geolocation or unique scanner data, just more custom reporting, we also offer that with our ProFlex and enterprise plans. We are releasing an interstitial, which will allow you to see precisely where people are scanning from, which will just give you insights that we never had before. And this will be voluntary so that your customers can opt in or out if they want. And then last but not least, we have our print and design center. And this is really the best way to bridge that gap, as Melissa was talking about, that offline to online transition. Really just get your codes out into the world. And if you're not sure how, you can start with our design center. Our template store is getting a refresh, so there'll be more customization available in the beginning of December. Just allow you to drag and drop your code, add in customizations such as like pictures, calls to action, and any other education that you want on your assets. But then if you have your own printer, you can always use them as well. Just really getting your codes out there is the most important thing so people can start interacting with and engaging with them. And then we have plan discounts. So if you have our Pro plan, there's a 20% discount. And then with Pro Plus and above, you get a 30% discount. And now we have our Q&A. I know we have some questions already in the box, so we'll start answering those. But if you have any lingering questions or want us to go in more in depth on anything that we mentioned, feel free to pop it in the Q&A box.
I love to see them trickle in. So
I know
it's exciting.
And don't worry if you don't have one now. You might be inspired as we're going through some of the ones that we currently have. Do you want to kick it off?
I was just gonna say that. Like, should I kick it off? Awesome. Okay. First question: is there a limit to how many flow pages you can have with the Flowcode Pro membership? Yes. So there is a limit currently set of 5 flow pages within the Pro membership, and then of course, as you level up, there will be more pages available. So Pro and Pro is 5, Pro Plus is 50, and then it kind of goes up from there. Then another question here is, can you link flow pages, like the top flow page is a menu, to other flow pages with links and any current connection with monday.com? So I love this question because it's like flow page inception, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And our team, Melissa knows this well too, uses monday.com all the time.
Yes.
So very appropriate question.
Amazing question. But the short answer is yes, absolutely. So you can link a flow page to another flow page. People do this all the time, especially in real estate, because right, you have a flow page as the agent, and then you want to link to your company's page or maybe another listing page. So you can have an endless loop. It could be really cool also to do like top friends, because you can do that in flow page, but your top friends are actually your top recommended flow pages.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of, we should probably change the name. And then connection with monday.com. So there's no formal integration, but what you can do is just link out directly to Monday. So if it's any Monday form, if it's, a workboard, maybe you guys are collaborating, not sure how you guys are using Monday. I know there's a bevy of use cases, but yeah, definitely.
That's a great use case though, like a form that goes into Monday, because I know that they have that capability. So
yeah,
it would be really interesting to pass that along to our product team, and we'll make note of it.
Awesome. All right, next question. When do you expect the availability? Oh, more questions trickling in. Love this. Okay, when do you expect the availability to pixel cookie a visitor outside of the Facebook pixel? Any result in terms of the most effective way to capture contact information? This is an extremely good question. Do you want me to take it or you want to take it?
I can take it.
Cool.
So right now we actually offer custom pixels available with our ProFlex and Enterprise plans. So you are able to put essentially whichever one you want right onto the flow page. And for those wondering what a pixel is, it essentially, and Melissa might be best at explaining this, but it essentially takes those visitors and allows you to retarget them with other marketing efforts, correct?
Yes, and you can place them on specific buttons so you can see if people are interacting with things, and then you can optimize your marketing effectively. But yeah, we have our Flowcode pixels rather new. but it's exciting to see.
Yeah. And then any results in terms of the most effective way to capture contact info? I would say the best way is having that CRM or the contact collection widget in Flowpage, because we are GDPR and CCPR certified. CCPA, sorry about that. The acronyms mess me up sometimes, but that allows people, or it prevents us from taking any personally identifiable information from people, which is nice because you can say to your clients, your potential buyers or sellers, hey, we're not taking any of your information without you knowing it. Here's a way for you to volunteer that, and embedding it in the page, I think, would be the best. With pop-ups, people tend to like click out of those, or links are a little bit more hidden. So I would say embedding it in the page makes it stand out most, and having a call to action, like fill this out for this reason, because people, if it just says fill out, they're not going to know why they should be, maybe say for a chance to win or to learn more about my other listings, things like that. I would say education is a big one.
Love that. I'm trying to, oh, and there's another, I guess like another way to capture contact info directly there on Flowpage. There's a widget for, it's called the communications widget. And basically what it allows the user to do is when they click, it could either be a pre-populated text message or email. And then that could also be just a direct way. Maybe it doesn't integrate to your CRM, automatically, of course, but at least you'll have them, especially in real estate. Things are really on the go, right? And you're always getting leads. So maybe if marketing, retargeting is not your first priority, but really just getting leads to kind of, close deals, that might also be the most effective way to kind of automate the communication process. And the widget is called communication. So kind of easy to remember as well.
That's a good call out.
Yeah, I always forget about that one, but it's a good one. Okay, we have another question. So, oh my goodness, so many questions. Amazing. For direct mailing, can a unique flow code be created for each address mailed so no one can see which addresses are scanning the code?
Yes.
I love this question. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. It's encouraged that you put a unique code on each, for each address. That's actually what the bulk creation tool was built for, amongst other obviously use cases, but for real estate, it's super common. And that's really how you're going to get household level data, because at least with the self-service plans from Pro to Pro Plus, just because those plans don't offer geolocation metrics. And in general, we don't offer the household level. Really, the most that we could get is at the zip code through the interstitial with higher plans. So if you want that household level, definitely do the unique route. It's a really, really surefire way to get that data, and in real time too, right on your phone. So it could be really interesting.
We also use this internally for some of our advertising, and it worked really well, creating unique codes per mailer just to see where people were scanning.
Amazing. Awesome. Ooh, another pixel question. Can you pixel them with your custom pixel for ad retargeting purposes if they abandon the capture or get distracted? Melissa, do you know the answer to this question?
Can you pixel number? I'm assuming you could create the audience retargeting if they are on your site but don't do exactly what you want. I believe our pixel can do that. Like I said, it's still rather new, so I'm not sure on all the nuances, but that's something we should look into to see exactly if you can retarget, but I'm sure you can.
Yeah, we can definitely follow up with our team just to get the exact answer for you, and then we'll follow up.
Also on the topic of pixel, I don't know if it's worth talking about conversion pixel. I mean, that's like new. So,
yeah, it is relatively new, but it's exciting.
It's so just recently there is a feature known as a conversion pixel. I don't know if I could describe it perfectly. Maybe Melissa can with this one too. But basically with our enterprise packages, some of the packages offer where if you scan a code and then land on, a retail site, just for example, you can then ultimately track the code back to a transaction, which we were never able to do before. And I think it's incredibly powerful, for measuring impact. So just another kind of way to gather that data.
And I've also talked to them about, Google Pixels and all the other ones that advertisers and marketers use. So I know that will probably be something in the future, but right now it's just Facebook and then our conversion pixel.
Awesome. Not last question, but another question is, can you elaborate on how individual addresses would be revealed if no bulk flow code was used?
Yeah. So with our lower plans, free to Pro Plus, you don't get that geolocation data. But with our free Pro Flex and Enterprise plans, you would use an interstitial, which essentially allows people to opt in and share their location. And it's just like a pinpoint, so it gets more precise than us using the IP addresses, which get down to a zip code. The interstitial will allow it to get more to a household level, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's a zip code level, and then it's like city, state, and country levels, like with no interstitial, I think.
Yes,
I think so.
we'll definitely have to check with
We'll-
our
yeah,
data,
we'll
our
check.
data team.
Yeah, but
That's a great question.
but yeah, basically individual addresses in general won't be revealed unless you really tailor it, like if you use the bulk upload or if you go one by one and create a code. But that's where the privacy policy comes in, right? So that there's no unique identifier in that sense. And I'll give it another minute or a couple seconds. I know we are over time, but these are amazing questions. We do have two other slides, exciting slides, if you want to stick around just as a thank you for joining us today. All right, just double checking here. Okay, cool. So as of course, we know you're here today and we're so thankful to have you here today. But we'd love for you to continue your journey with Flowcode. So if you want to go ahead and scan the beautiful Flowcode on the screen, you'll be landed on a flow page, and this will actually be great for you to see it all in action and all the lovely things that we've been talking about throughout this webinar. So you can join our Facebook Flowcode community, submit a creator spotlight if you'd like you or your brand to be featured in our newsletter or blog. Also, we're offering a 1-month free trial of Flowcode Pro with a promo code Realty1MO. And we're also offering a free flow tag. So a lot of really awesome kind of things that you can explore on this page. And I'll leave it up for another second or two for you to be able to access, but we'll also share it out in the follow-up. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Corinne, Melissa, for having us all here today and walking us through all the lovely questions. And hopefully we'll see you all on the other side.
All right. Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.